Hi everyone, this is Margaret Manning with 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. My guest today is Denise McAdam. With 30 years experience, she is one of Britain's top hairstylists. She's worked with celebrities and royals, and she has a royal warrant, which enables her to work with the royal family in the UK. Denise has worked with some of the world's best photographers and celebrities like Cindy Crawford and Jane Seymour, Grace Kelly, some wonderful icons of style, and people who trust their hair with her. So it's really great to have you here, Denise. Welcome. As you know, we have a community of 100,000 women over 60 and a lot of conversations around hair and beauty. And one of the things that as we get older, we've talked about, our hair gets thinner, it gets grayer, our faces change, our skin tone, and we try to make good decisions about what hairstyle to get. Yeah, so we've talked in another video about short hairstyles. Yeah. Let's talk about medium. Medium is kind of an interesting length. I mean, sort of the length of your hair, perhaps. Give us the kind of options that you see for women if they want medium length hair.
I think if you think of medium hair, if people like Olivia Newton-John now is a medium head, the head of hair. Diane Keaton. It's medium hair it can be, say, just touching the shoulders, just a little bit above.
Yes.
Maybe slightly layered. It's hair that you can actually grab.
You can pull back.
And maybe
exactly.
It may look short and a bit, kind of just on the shoulder bending, but you still have that option of maybe wearing it up in the evening, which is quite nice.
Your hair
so you've
great
still
like
got
that,
the option of just throwing it up, which can look good if you're wearing you've got a nice little black dress and you want to put on fabulous earrings, and really show them off. So it just gives you a little bit more hair in a sense. But if it's slightly layered, and with Diane Keaton, it's kind of Olivia Newton-John, they've got lots of movement in it. It means that it's just got a little bit more height. And as you get older, height, I'm not necessarily meaning backcombing height, but just that bit of volume, bounce from the roots, just that volume, and it's a great, it's just a little bit, so it's kind of a medium hair is kind of that, it's the area where you go from, it's a transition into the short area where you're not too short. So maybe you've come from very long hair and you go into that medium hair, but there's still that feeling of, a lot of people call their hair medium because there's a lot of, ladies go to yoga, go to Pilates, but they want to still get a scrunchie in.
And pull it back into a little mini ponytail.
Like they still want to be able to pull it back.
Yeah.
So I always think with medium, if you can get a little ponytail in, you're medium.
Yeah. So tell us, when you were describing Diane Keaton and you said that it was kind of shaggy, give us the kinds of, medium obviously would be kind of a straight bob. I can't think of someone that...
your hair is medium length.
So this would be a medium length bob. Yeah. And then what do you call a shaggy one? Is it called a shaggy?
Yeah, it was not so much called shaggy, but it's where it's layered and it's
layered.
Okay. Sliced. It's sliced. It's got a lot more texture in it. So it gives you a bit more volume. Yeah. Can give you a bit more height, and also you can do other things with it. You can push it back a bit easier, you can flick it out, you can flick it under. You've got a little bit more style options. Even somebody like Goldie Hawn, her hair is long, but it's medium and it's layering, if that makes sense.
Yes,
got a little bit more happening. It's slightly more, it's just a bit more versatile if it's got more layers in it. I think it's just got a little bit more happening.
I think the thing sorry, go ahead. I've got a delay on the computer. I'm sorry.
Not somebody else that's going ahead.
No, what I was going to say while you're thinking of that name is, I think that the thing about medium hair for me is that you feel like you've got hair. You actually feel like you've got something around your face that, it just gives you a sense. So some women love short hair. We talked about this, the pixie haircut or the short bob. But I just kind of like the idea of having hair and why it's so important to put, good product on it, I guess, and have a good haircut. Would you say a medium haircut is a very important one to have a good, solid cut?
All haircuts should be a great haircut. So a medium head of hair is, should be a great haircut as well. The difference with medium hair is you probably need a bit more product. You probably need a bit more volume mousse. You might even, need to go to some serum. Yeah. Definitely need some hairspray. Serums are great. You just need to put a bit more zhoosh into the roots. so you can get that kind of volume that you need, and a bit more flicky, and it's just and also, you know, you are dictated by what's in fashion at the moment as well. So, you know, kind of, there's an element where things are much more sliced, a little bit more chippy.
Yes,
so
angular.
You know, hair's got a great freedom now.
Yes,
it's got a fantastic freedom. It's a little bit like clothes. You know, clothes were very sculptured before. You know, if you go back in time and you just look back 100 years, clothes were much more rigid. Hair was much more rigid. You know, it was plaits, it was chignons, it was this. Yeah, as clothes goes, as the summer comes in, even if you've got kind of very short hair, you might grow a bit more medium for the summer, so that when you're on the beach, you can pin it back, you can clip it back. So, you know, you've got a bit more movement. There's some great, if you look at Alexander de Paris, some of the hair accessories are stunning. So it's great to have that little bit of hair just to throw in that little hair. Yeah, a little bit of jewellery in your hair, a bit of sparkle. So
little flower in your hair.
Yeah. Hair slides and hair barrettes are back in. I mean, they really, the things like that. So you can put something in your hair and just add a little bit more glamour.
Ornamentation. You can
ornamentation is ornamentation. I'm all for ornaments in your hair. I love it.
Okay, so
and I love Alexander Paris, and I feel very honoured that, you know, he inspired me in my career. I've never met the man, but I feel I'm the hand that touched the man, the hand that touched the hand.
The hand that touched the hand.
And chignon was my forte in the beginning, and also strong cutting. But some of the hair accessories that, you know, they've just opened recently in London, and some of the accessories, but I feel very proud to have some of the old one as well, and the diamante in them, the crystals in them, and now it's the Swarovski crystals. When you buy them, they're like buying pieces. You know, they're not just
the jewelry. They're
like a jewelry for hair, but they just they're just very glamorous, and they make something, you know, something that one of the lovely little hair bands, just a tiny bit of something in it.
That's
just
very popular.
You know, just a little very simple dress and just something like that. You're not too old for that. If anything, this is a great time to use them, because they're lovely, and some of the nice bands on, you know, so if you want to wear your hair back when you're older, you can't just do it in an elastic band. It's got to be something with a bit in it.
A jewel, a sparkle.
I'm not saying a bow, because when I did Sarah Ferguson's wedding at the Duchess of York, you know, she had bows for every occasion. So, I'm not saying bow, but, you know, some great accessories. So medium hair, there's a lot more playfulness in it. There's a lot more you can do.
I think you've made a really great distinction about medium hair, that it's playful, that you can accessorize it, you can ornament it, you can make it, you can put your personality. Well, you could do that with short hair too, but you're right. There's something about medium that you can play with. And, you know, talking about medium hair, you talked about the need for maybe some different product. And I know you mentioned mousse, and you also mentioned serums. And I wondered if you could tell me a little bit about serums. I'm not familiar with hair serums.
Just when maybe you're doing a lot more blow drying, a little the serums just kind of fine out the ends, and it just gives a little bit of combability and a little bit edged, a bit of a shine. Okay. So if I'm looking at your hair right now, Margaret, I could just chuck a bit of serum through that quite quickly,
just to make it a bit,
just give it a little bit more polish. Actually, serum in actual fact is the best thing. It's like looking at a bit of furniture that you know is clean, you know, whatever, but you grab that polish, you put that cloth over it, and you look at it again, you go, wow. So serum's like the polish to hair.
So Caritas does some. Excuse me for interrupting. I'm so sorry, because we've got a line delay. Caritas does a kind of an oily. It's not really a serum, but I put that on the end, or argan oil.
Yeah,
is that what you call a serum?
Argan oil is great, and oil's great. The only thing you've got to watch with oils sometimes is they can weirdly be a little bit dehydrating, whereas the serum there's an oil in it, but to make the serum a bit finer, it's how can I say it?
It's actually more moisturizing.
It's a bit like if you think of oil with balsamic vinegar. They really need shaken well and to mix well.
Okay, so can you give us
sometimes pure oils don't just mix the right way with your hair. You know, in fact, you know, doing some oil treatments and some organic oils, etc. You know, it's quite a great thing to heat them up for a little bit, so they really do swell and absorb into the hair. So I would be more inclined to go for the word serum.
Can you give us any examples, Denise? Any ones that you like or that you would recommend?
There's loads. I mean, let me just check this out. Actually, Percy and Reed have got a serum. I call it a serum, but they actually call it the volumizing no oil for fine hair. Now that could freak you out, oil on fine hair. But as I said in earlier times that we've spoken, conditioning to fine hair is vital.
Yes.
So that would be a serum, and your hair is quite fine. So you just rub it into your hands and then just take it through. The other great thing for hair, which is an old-fashioned thing, which is dressing creams. Now, creams we used to use all the time, but they are coming back again, and you've got different types of creams. This one they call a thickening cream, but it kind of gel-like as well. Because it's very clear. If you just rub it through your hands, you'll see the shine now.
Yes, I can see.
And you can just disperse it into the hair. You can actually feel it kind of thicken up. Like, you can see what's happening.
Yeah. Can I have some, please?
Yeah.
So basically, if somebody was looking
that's a bit more than a serum. But actually, I can feel that would be good if I was going out later. I actually can feel that.
It separates the hair a little bit. It gives that highlight. It shows your highlights nicely.
You can actually see the movement in the layers a little bit more.
You've got great hair.
That's a really lovely product, actually.
What is that one again, Percy?
Osmo.
I'm sorry?
Osmo, OSMO.
OSMO.
It's fabulous. And it's called a thickening cream.
Okay.
But then you go back to some of the old-fashioned creams. I haven't got too much. I'm not keen on thickening spritzes because I find they become a little bit messy in hair. And you've got to watch as you get older with messy hair. Because messy hair can look great. You're 25, 30, or my daughter. It's a bit, if you think of a young girl, I mean, she's 26, 27. She can get up in the morning and look gorgeous. We need to get up in the morning and do a wee bit of titubation.
Just a little bit of tweaking.
Well, there's a little bit. I might grab a powder and think, you got to run to the door and there's a red nose, the red cheek. You got to dull that down a bit and then go. You can't just run out the door. There's got to be a little bit of titubating en route out the door.
Little enhancements.
Definitely. So the bobbly hat and a bit of powder and a bit of lip gloss works. It's all in the car actually if I do a dog run. Because then if I meet somebody else on the dog run, it's not too bad. Subsequently, that's why a lot of people wear sunglasses. But thickening creams and things like that. So
I'll tell you what we'll do, just so everybody who's watching, enjoying our conversation here, is that we'll put all this information in the article that will go with this video. So the products, we'll list the products and with the right spelling, so you don't have to be kind of back, rewinding the tape to hear what you said. We'll put everything in the article, and also we'll put pictures. We'll put some examples of medium hair styles so that you can see exactly what we're talking about. Perfect. Denise, I think we've covered medium hair, and we're going to do another short video on long hair, so stay tuned for that. But thanks again, Denise. You're just a wonder. I've really enjoyed the time with you.